Hello, Taylor from Compass, showing you quickly a little bit about the media library in WordPress. So as you can see here, from the dashboard or the main view, I've just clicked on media or hovered over media and then clicked on the library area. And what this area represents is all of the images, files, photos, video, stuff like that that you can utilize on your website. Note that not all of this needs to be used immediately. It can just be stored here for future use. And also there's a lot of useful editing functions of images and stuff like that within the manager itself. So what I'm going to show you really quickly is how to add a new image, delete that image, and as well as edit the image. You can do the same process with PDFs, again, other file types, etc. And I encourage you to explore this a little bit more deeply. So to add a new media library image, just go ahead and hover over here, click Add New. From here you can drag and drop things, or as I like to usually do, just select the file explicitly. And here I have an image, a headshot, that let's say I want to add to the site. So when you click on it, you see this little indicator pop up here that it uploads. I can X out of here if I want, and sometimes it takes a moment for the thumbnail for the image itself to appear. It just needs to render. And my computer runs a little bit slower when I'm recording a video, so let's give it a quick refresh and see if it's ready for me. There we are. Okay, so nice headshot here. Go ahead and click on it. And from here, what you could do is edit a lot of things that will affect the search engine optimization. So right now, the title is kind of boring, just this cropped gray copy. You can edit this if you want. So I might say headshot Taylor Sandali, Compass co-founder, or something like that to give it some nice robust title there. I don't need a caption right now, but sometimes if you surface, or if you have a template that wants to surface this caption in a creative way, like on a hover over or something like that, you could add it there. But one thing that is extremely important is the alt text. So this is what's going to appear when somebody finds this image online, and it's going to appear for search engines. So right now, search engine doesn't really know what this image is of. It's just a bunch of colors and pixels for the search engine. So I can explicitly tell it here. So I will say Taylor Sandali headshot. You could even get more robust, like headshot, on a wooden background, but we're not going to do that. Too intense. And once we click elsewhere, you can see this little saved indicator pop up there. And the last part I want to show you before deleting it is just how to edit the image itself. So clicking in here, this will allow you to resize, crop, and flip the images as necessary. So as you can see right now, this is huge. It's 2400 pixels tall, I believe. I think that's height, by 2235. That's a very large image, and we don't want something this big appearing as a headshot. Likely what we'll need in here, depending on the container that I'm putting it in, is more like a 400 pixel image. So we can give that the 400. This is just going to help page load speed, help improve a little bit of the SEO because of that. And we can go ahead and click on the scale button. Again, this little indicator will pop up, and once it's done, the new image will be resized. Again, apologies for the speed in my computer right now. All right, and as you can see, this really didn't change anything visually. I can't tell that this is a smaller image than it once was. That's a good indicator that you resized it well. And here's some other things you could flip the image, either left or right. Cropping the image involves you have to actually click on it to begin with and drag over the part that you'd like to crop. So let's say that's it, and then you have to hit this lovely crop button. And it'll kind of squeeze it in as need be. You can do undo here if you want to uncrop it or undo your last action. And also you can do things like resize the oopsies, just like flip the image vertically or horizontally. So all these little useful tools here, and ultimately you can restore the original one if you don't like what you just did. So let's go ahead and now that this is complete, I'm going to go ahead and give it a save. It's just going to pop me back into that other interface of my image media library. And again, anywhere else on my website now, when I want to include this image, I could click on something like an image block on Visual Composer, find this exact image that I was editing, plop it into my website, and it'll be all these, it'll be perfect to the specifications that I just gave it. So sorry this is taking a little bit of time. So we're going to go ahead and X out. And if you ever want to delete something, you can click on the image and delete it. One really important note is if this image is actually being used on the site, and if I go ahead and click delete permanently, it's going to remove that image from your web page, and it's going to show a broken link, a broken image. That's not a good thing. So make sure that when you do delete these, that you're kind of reviewing your site to make sure that you didn't delete something that was very important or that was being used. And if you did, then you probably want to replace it pretty quickly with an updated image. So I'm going to go ahead and delete, hit OK, and poof, it's gone. So that's pretty much the basics of this. I can do that same process with any of these images here. And again, you can do things like upload PDFs for use on the website as well. This has a little bit different usage, so you can't actually edit the image itself. But you can give it, title, caption, description, and stuff like that, as well as this permalink that if you click on it, pop open a new tab, it's going to show us this proposal v1 extended. I actually don't know what this is, something that my co-founder Mike created. So that's the 101 of this section.